What are your biggest football icks? Oh, when players tuck their jerseys in, for sure.
When people tuck in their shirts.
I'd have to go with tuck in your jersey. It was cute when we were a kid, but I'm not a stan anymore.
We're about to go out on the field and I do my normal pregame pee stop and I come back out and my shirt was like accidentally tucked. And I like look in the mirror and I'm kind of like, this might be who you've always been. And I just like, it's like, all right, let me just leave it. Yeah, I was like, I fear this might be your personality. Like this might be, yeah, it just is who I've always been. Yeah, so.
Whether you agree with footballers tucking their shirts in or not, one thing we can all agree on is that Samantha Grace Coffey is an absolute baller. I'm going to be honest here. I didn't think she was going to leave the Thorns. She was given the captaincy in 2025 and looks set to continue her long-term future with the club. And if she did leave Portland, I thought Arsenal were going to sign her. Not because they desperately need a new defensive midfielder, but because they needed someone to teach Leah Williamson how to play the piano properly. A beautiful, relaxing Sunday morning doesn't feel quite right without a nice cup of coffee, just like the US women's national team without coffee. She's been a mainstay in Emma Hayes' team since she took over, establishing herself as one of her key players, and in this video, we dive into just what makes Sam Coffey such a force in midfield, the qualities she possesses which made Man City sign her, and the biggest question of them all, how does she fit into the Manchester City team? The USA under Emma Hayes play with a 4-2-3-1 formation with a piston system in midfield. What this means is that if one midfielder goes forward, the other one drops back, and vice versa. Coffey is usually the designated number 6 for the US, but Claire Hutton's ability to play at 6 as well gives them the flexible option for each midfielder to go forwards whenever they see space. This is what it looks like during the build-up. Here the USA are looking to play out from the back. As the ball goes out wide to Liv Moultrie, Coffey spots some space in behind and looks for Moultrie to play her in. She then leaves her 6th position and makes a run in behind like how a number 8 would. Spotting this, Claire Hutton then drops back into the 6th position, with Coffey now operating as the number 8. The ball ends up going backwards, and Hutton is now in the perfect position as the 6 to receive the ball from Emily Sonnett. Kat Macario ends up playing the ball backwards due to a lack of supporting options for her, and now we see Sam Coffey return to the centre of the pitch as the number 6, with Hutton slowly moving up the pitch, switching over to the number 8 role. This passage of play results in a pretty good chance for Olivia Moultrie had she not wandered offside, but this is the level of chemistry and spatial recognition required that the US midfielders have, allowing the piston midfield to be executed successfully. Look at Emma Hayes' options in midfield. Aside from Sam Coffey and Claire Hutton, she has Lindsay Heaps, Lily Johannes, Corbin Schrader, Lola Bonta, and Jalen Howell to choose from, among others. All of these midfielders are players that are able to operate as a 6 or 8 at a decent level, which means any of them will be able to slot into the piston midfield and perform well in any midfield partnership they find themselves in. Now that we've gone over how the US midfield works, let's tuck into the reasons why Sam Coffey is able to perform so well in a piston midfield. Like I said earlier, since Coffey is usually the designated 6 for the US women's national team, so she spends most of the game doing the Steven Spielberg role, of directing the team around. Much in the mold of players like Kira Walsh and Patrick Guijarro, she is what I'm going to call a game driver. Coffey may not be the flashiest player on the ball, but she's the best at reading the game, recognizing the situation they're in, and figuring out a solution to the situation. This is what I mean. USA look to reset their attack from their own half. Momentum of play is slow here. Coffey drops back into the 6 to receive the ball, passes it forward to Johannes, and gets it back immediately. She scans the pitch, and noticing that New Zealand didn't press up together as a unit, there's a lot of space in front of her as the gaps between the Kiwi defense, midfield, and attack lines are about as wide as the Hudson River. She takes one touch and plays it out wide to Emily Sams, increasing the tempo of the American build-up as she only takes 2 touches. She calls for Sams to drive up the pitch considering she kinda has the entire right flank to dribble into, but Sams decides to slow her pace down and passes the ball backwards, sending Coffey into a fit of rage. Look at Coffey here as the ball goes backwards. She's frustrated. which is how I feel when I see people order a venti white mocha with almond milk and caramel drizzle with 4 pumps of sugar and extra whipped cream at Starbucks. That's not even coffee anymore. Call me a weirdo, but I like my coffee black, with nothing else in it, because I genuinely like the taste of coffee. I think these extravagant Starbucks orders are getting out of hand, honestly, and it's so expensive now too. Like, I don't want to be spending $10 a day on my morning coffee. That's absurd. Sam Coffey here wants the team to keep the tempo high due to how unorganized the New Zealand team shape is, and when she gets the ball from Wesley, she immediately increases the tempo of the attack with this ball out wide to Michelle Cooper. Momentum of the game dramatically lifted as players start sprinting into the box and Cooper dribbles past Elizabeth Anton, and Emma Sears scores her second of the night, and the state's 4th goal of the game. This, in my opinion, is Sam Coffey's best attribute. She's very good at doing whatever the game requires her to do. If the game needs someone to increase the tempo and momentum, she's the woman to do it. And much like your wife finding out about your girlfriend, when things get a little messy, Coffey is the woman to calm things down for everyone. She's the conductor of this team. The team plays whatever tempo Coffey wants them to play in. And that's because she's so good at spotting space to exploit, whether that's through her dribbling or through her passing. She's the brains behind an American attack. And I mean attack in terms of football, not other stuff. Anyways, the ball hovers around the middle third of the pitch, and as it drops to Coffey, she spots that no Italian player is covering this little area, and moves to exploit this space. She dribbles straight through and forces Linari to shoot out of a defensive line to press her. Lavelle's run against the grain drags Salvai across, which means Julie Piga, who was marking Macario, has to come across and fill into this gap. With Bergamaschi failing to track Macario properly as well, this leaves a clear passing lane from Coffey to Cat. Coffey plays a simple yet wonderful pass, and Macario doubles their lead with a booming left foot finish. Coffey isn't the most technical dribbler. She's not like an Alyssa Thompson who weaves in and out of defenders. Coffey is a lot more direct with her dribbling, often dribbling through pockets of space rather than dribbling past a player one-on-one. And her ability to spot these pockets of space and having the confidence to dribble through is an aspect of her game her teammates surely appreciate a lot. Part of the job of a central midfielder is to give the attacking players the ball in a dangerous position. How they do that is entirely up to them. We see Sam finishing her coffee break and entering the pitch against Ireland, and 2 minutes later, where do we find her? At the base of the midfield directing play. She keeps the tempo going, taking 2 touches on the ball, and as the ball comes back to her from Emily Sams, Megan Connolly shoots into press, but Coffey does well to escape the pressure, which opens up this space, and dribbles the ball through the Irish midfield. She pokes the ball to Yasmin Ryan, who's in a dangerous area, and after some good work by Emma Sears to keep the ball in play, Ryan gets the ball back and slots in the USA's 3rd goal of the game. Coffey dribbling past the entire Irish midfield does something really important for the team, which is, the attacking players don't have to drop back to receive the ball. They can stay higher up the pitch and receive the ball in much more threatening areas. As an attacking player, you want to be running in behind and placing yourself in spaces in between the opposition defense, and having someone like Sam Coffey unsettle the defense for you is a very useful trait to have in a midfielder. What I mean by unsettle is this. Coffey dribbling past Connolly means the centre-back Caitlin Hayes has to shoot out to press her with Connolly out of the game. This unsettles the Irish team as their centre-back is now out of position and their team shape has now been compromised. As the ball goes to Ryan, the Caitlin Hayes shaped hole is now massive, as the ball to Ali Sentnor in behind is on, as well as the wide ball to Emma Sears, and the United States of America end up scoring a lovely goal, all from Sam Coffey's brilliant work in the midfield. Coffey does this a lot, and does it extremely well. It's an attacker's dream to have to only think about running forwards instead of having to drop back deeper to retrieve the ball. As we see Sam Coffey dribbling past Rachel Hill after seeing some space in behind, Sydney Collins, the Bay FC centre half, is absolutely rooted to the spot, because Coffey, after dribbling past the Bay FC midfield, has 3 options here. 1 is to play the reverse ball to Turner, 2 is to play the ball to Moultrie, and 3 is to go herself. Collins, who does the right thing and stays in position, physically cannot do anything here but stay in position. She has to react to whatever option Coffey goes for. Coffey passes the ball to Moultrie, and she scores the equalizer for the Thorns. Sam Coffey is the kind of player that plays whatever is in front of her. Her game relies on her instincts rather than following delicate attacking patterns from a more tactical coach. Emma Hayes is a coach that has a pretty loose structural setup, preferring to let her players express themselves with freedom and play however they want to play. This system greatly emphasizes and utilizes the natural talent of her players, and given that there's a lot of talent in this USA team, this system is perfect for them. This massively benefits Coffey as well, as she is able to play using her natural ability and intelligence. However, her midfield position requires a level of discipline, which very crucially anchors the team when the likes of Alyssa Thompson are busy breaking opposition ankles further up the pitch. Sam Coffey is so often the player that produces the key pass for the team before the assist, basically assisting the assist. With the ball floating around in the middle third, she turns away from pressure, drives forward, and plays the simple yet correct ball to Michelle Cooper. Cooper then provides the cross into the box, and Alyssa Thompson, Kat Macario then turns the ball into the back of the net. For the USA's fourth goal against Ireland in Game 2, the tempo of the game is slow as Sams passes the ball to Coffey. She takes a look and plays a good ball forward to Claire Hutton, who's in a bit of space. This dramatically increases the tempo of the American build-up, and Hutton plays a lovely ball over for Thompson, who produces a wonderful first touch and a strong finish to fully wrap up the game. Coffey is one of those players that can play both the number 6 and the number 8 role really well. Her distribution ability along with her fearless running is a huge asset to any team she plays for. She will always take the simple option if it's presented to her, and her identification of attacking space is top notch, providing this cross for Torden to score the only goal of the game against Chicago. Not only does she create goals for her team, she's got a knack for scoring them as well. Whether it's taking the space available in front of her, like her goal against Ireland in Game 1, putting the States 2-0 up at half time, or making a run forward like any good box-to-box midfielder would to score against China. And I guess this is her iconic celebration now, which I absolutely love, by the way. I'd love to see her do this when she scores for Man City. That's the confidence of someone who knows how good she is. She's actually a really good finisher. I don't think people necessarily give her the credit she deserves for her goal-scoring ability. But yeah, she's just that good. Seriously, how can you not love Sam Coffey? Speaking of Manchester City, now that we've gone over Sam Coffey's game, the burning question is, how will she fit into Manchester City's system? The one-word answer I have for this question is seamlessly. Andre Yeglitz sets his team up in a 4-2-3-1 system with a, you guessed it, piston midfield. His preferred midfield combination this season has been Yui Hasegawa and Laura Blinkilde-Brown, with Sydney Lohmann often coming on in the second half to close out the game. Hasegawa this season has been given the freedom to roam forward and play higher up the pitch, which means Blinkilde-Brown will often drop back into the 6th position if needed to. Whilst we know Hasegawa is a world-class holding midfielder, the same unfortunately can't be said for Laura Blinkilde-Brown. She's definitely capable of playing the position temporarily when Hasegawa goes forward, but she's not a natural 6. Despite City's fantastic campaign so far this season, and a lot of it can be attributed to the midfield, there is one small downside with their midfield combination, and that is Yui Hasegawa and Laura Blinkilde-Brown are two very similar players. Both players are diminutive midfielders that have excellent close control, a wide passing range, exceptional vision, and good attacking positioning. Neither player is really known for their dribbling ability, durability, or their physicality. Enter Samantha Coffey. It's been said that opposites attract, and that has never been more true. In the words of current American icon Sabrina Carpenter, tell me how we're not alike. Funny how the stars crossed right. You can call it fire and ice, but we work so well and we don't even know why. Well, the stars crossed right, as Sam Coffey is exactly the player City need in order for them to take their midfield to the next level. Coffey is a physical presence in the middle of the park. She's not shy with her challenges at all, she's direct with the ball, and she's an extremely durable player. She can probably run a marathon and still have the legs to play 90 minutes afterwards. City don't need another game driver as they already have one of the best in the world for that, but once Coffey settles into the team and gets used to the system, expect her to be a leader in the middle of the park as well. Unfortunately for Laura Blinkilde-Brown, someone does have to drop out of the starting lineup if Coffey comes in. And based on her form so far this season, she doesn't deserve to be dropped. But objectively, The midfield combination of Yui Hasegawa and Sam Coffey is genuinely too good to turn down. The Piston midfield suits Coffey to a T, considering she already plays in one for her national team, and I cannot wait to see her get started in the City shirt that she's probably going to tuck into her shorts. I said at the beginning of the season in this video that City only needed small tweaks to a pretty well-oiled machine, and I think Sam Coffey is the missing piece of Andre Jeglert's puzzle here. Just imagine Coffey dribbling past everyone and providing through balls for Bunny Shaw, Fifiana Miedema, Lauren Hemp, Carolyn, Grace Clinton, Iman Benet, Lily Murphy, and when they come back from injury, Aoba Fujino, and Mary Fowler. That's a midfielder worth every penny of the admission price, and City have done really well to secure her signature. Like I said in the intro, I didn't actually think she would leave the Portland Thorns anytime soon, considering how settled she was there. But now that she's moved to England, albeit to the wrong side of Manchester, I'm so excited to see her play in the WSL. Considering City are at the top of the table right now, it's very likely they'll qualify for the Champions League next season. And watching Sam Coffey go toe-to-toe with the likes of the Barcelona trio, her American teammates at Lyon, or the German contingent at Bayern and Wolfsburg, she's definitely one to watch for Manchester City. She'll no doubt improve the team given her already well-established reputation and quality in world football, and I hope it won't be too long until we get to see her rock her iconic goal celebration in a tucked Manchester City shirt.